What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in this video, I have a team for you guys taking on the brand newly released Training Forest Basil Hawkins, or it's called the Forest of Training Straw is the title of this actual training forest. Now, of course, this specific team is not a team that everyone can build. I completely understand that. However, you do have to realize this is the most difficult training forest on One Piece Treasure Cruise, like in the history of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Even with the newly released Kid Forest, a lot of Japan players that I have talked to do think still that Hawkins is the most difficult training forest. So hopefully you guys understand that this is not a piece of content that everyone is meant to be clearing. It is extremely difficult and does require a lot of Sugo Fest exclusives in order to get the most out of it. So for this specific team, it is utilizing Luffy Zoro as a friend captain as well as a sub, and I have SOBA Mask as a captain here. Now, typically running SOBA Mask as a friend captain with the Luffy and Zoro isn't really the best idea, but the thing about it is that the captain action of SOBA Mask is so powerful, and that is one of the main reasons as to why we are running the team in this situation like this. Now, first of all, massive shout out to Snafkin, who is the original creator of this team. So if you guys want to check out Snafkin, he's one of the best players in One Piece Treasure Cruise history on JP. A link to his channel and this particular video is down below in the description. But this is my team going up against it as well. Even with this team, it is still relatively finicky because your tap timing has to be on point. You guys will see further on in this video against the Kinemon stage and against the Law and the Zorojuro and SOBA Mask stage. In those specific circumstances, if you do not hit with your tap timing, or even like stage 17 against Jack, I think it's, no, stage 18 against Jack, we're going to be utilizing pinch healing of these characters in order to get a lot of our health back. If you're not hitting your perfects, you're going to die, right? So there's very certain situations you need to make sure to not hit perfects either, because in this particular content, there is going to be a stage, the Kinemon stage, where you get your orbs sealed or chained, you know, that debuff that was on Raid Carrot, right, where you have to hit a certain tap timing in order to break through the barrier that is placed on your orb. And the thing is it's a perfect barrier, so we want to try and conserve the orb, so we want to hit greats instead. And also against the Kaido fight on stage 19, we get burned for, it's a really significant amount of damage. I think every time you hit a perfect, you get dealt 15,000 damage, right? So we want to actually hit no perfects at all when we actually attack Kaido. So it's very, very tricky, even with the right characters. This took me, I think, 5 tries to clear it. So yeah, even with the right units, it's still not going to be like a guaranteed clear. You definitely have to be paying a lot of focus and making sure you're hitting your perfects or not hitting your perfects when you need to. But this team overall is exceptionally powerful, utilizing amazing dual units in obviously Luffy and Zoro to remove a lot of the debuffs. This particular training forest was built for Luffy and Zoro in mind, as their switch ability removes a lot of the debuffs that get inflicted in this training forest. We have the dual unit of Ivankov and Bon Clay, which enable a mass amount of healing when you activate the special, and also with their switch ability to not only give you passive damage reduction every single turn, but it also removes paralysis every time you activate it. So once again, that's going to be a very useful switch effect that we do apply on the Kinemon stage, where our friend captain is going to be paralyzed. We can go ahead and use that switch to help remove some of that, which makes it a lot easier to clear. And then an odd unit on this team is going to be the Sai Otama from that ranking event. This Otama is very good because there's going to be a stage with Kyoshiro, so having some type advantage against the Int Kyoshiro is going to be good. So we've got Ivankov and we have the Otama for that. But also Kyoshiro puts up a defensive buff, which Otama can actually remove. And also on the final boss stage, we get Despaired, and Otama is able to remove that Despair as well. So this Otama is actually a really good unit for this specific event. And then obviously Sabo and Coalla, hard to pass up how good they are, enabling you to remove those beneficial or non-beneficial orb enables, the attack boost to your free spirit characters, which this entire team is. And another thing we haven't even really mentioned is the ship that we're using, which is the Boa Hancock ship, whatever you call it, the Amazon Lily ship. This ship's really good because it gives you a healing, I think it's a 6,500 heal or a 5,500 heal every time you launch the special. We do launch it twice throughout this training forest, so it is nice to have it there. I don't really think that the Law ship would be applicable here. I do think this is the better ship for this specific circumstances, because there aren't going to be too many situations where we can be below the certain threshold to activate the Law ship. I do think that the Boa Hancock ship is slightly better. But I'm not going to be talking throughout the entire duration of this video. I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of this training forest here. I'll also leave a link down below in the description, and I'll probably leave it as a pinned comment, linking you over to the GameWith page. The GameWith page does have a couple of other teams that you may want to look into, whether it be Whitebeard and Marco, or Luffy and Law. If you have some of those characters, make sure to go ahead and check it out down below in the description, or down below in the comments section. So that is going to wrap up this video today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure to go do that, guys, because we're inching ever so close to 50,000 subscribers here on the YouTube channel, and it would be absolutely awesome if we could reach that sometime this year. So hopefully you guys can help out, and thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.
了解。来い、やめろ。来い、やめろ。見てろよ。この野郎、この野郎。
また無茶しても
了解。ここだな。この野郎。
また無茶しても
よし、乗った。
了解。
よし、乗った。
やるな。
また無茶しても
あっちは任せろ。
もう